All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Jacksonville Jaguars. For a berth in Super Bowl 53, away we go. The 2019 AFC Championship game is underway. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And he slings one that's incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Had an open man that time. They end up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45. Z.
Mahomes to throw once more. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Chris Conley, 66 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. So, wow. I mean, that'll quiet this crowd, right? A big one there on the opening drive of the game.
Yeah, you have to be thinking, we're at home for the playoffs. That had to be a splash of cold water right in their face, don't you think?
Yeah, they got to be thinking, we're going to have to work on this and do so in a hurry. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to work. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
The good old toss play. And this time they go to the left side, so give a lot of credit to the offensive line. Center, guard, tackle, able to seal that side. But the guy that we don't give enough credit to, wide receivers. They have to do a great job of blocking downfield. Otherwise, that play can be spilled in the backfield. In this case, everyone handled their responsibilities, and they picked up really nice yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Sunday. Omaha.
They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the 1st quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Hey, spread right, smash.
They'll go with a big back, Yeldon. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
And on 4th and 1 as a running back, you're looking for any seam you can find. This is not where you want to be a hero and break off a big one. You just need to make sure you get that yard. And here he picks up the 1st down with a couple of yards to spare.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Hey, spread left. Green 80.
From midfield, here's Bortles. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cole. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Grant. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
Green 80. Green 80. Hey, spread left. Spread left. Green is good.
Again, they'll throw with Bortles. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. The nice footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Again, it's Bortles. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Move.
Bortles to throw once more. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll run now with Ware. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The first carry now. This is Williams. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10.
Ready. Green 39. Green 39.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
Left.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Left. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Offensively, they like their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
On target over the middle to Hill. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. Throwing now is Mahomes. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and goal. here's Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill from 3 yards out. And the Chiefs are in for 6. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Butker now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
380. 380.
They go play action for Yeldon. Now it's Bortles. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Green 80. Green 80. Hank. Green is it.
Bortles will try again on 2nd down. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Justin Houston in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
I'll go.
From the gun, it's Bortles. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a pitch out to Williams. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Green 39. Green 39.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And Conley's got it over the middle. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The Chiefs on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And the kick by Butker is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Malik Jackson there to make the stop.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Tackle made by K'Wan Short.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with third and still 7 yards to go.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Set. Green 80. Hey, spread right.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Bortles. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. On the ground, this is Ware. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Remain here in the 1st half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Green 80. Green 80. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ron Parker. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. We haven't even escaped the 1st half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the 1st half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On second down, here's Mahomes. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, 35 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Green 80. Green 80.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Green is good.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Green 80. Green 80. Green is good.
Shotgun now for Bortles. Shark's got it left side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Here we go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
4 down. Check.
Green 80. 372.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Green is good.
Bortles now on first down. On the crossing route, complete. It's Paul. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Bortles now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here.
372. Green 80. Green 80. 372.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
Lucy, Lucy.
Go, D.
372.
56. Check 56. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
Now Bortles again. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And Lambeau will put this one through, and they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the young men. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Lucy, Lucy, Lucy. Check. Green 80.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Hank.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. That one complete to Yeldon. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And this one will be touchdown right at the 30-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's just take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
Mahomes to throw on second down. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Mahomes now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. On the toss, here's Williams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They go play action here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Second and goal from inside the 5. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So that's going to move them half the distance.
First of all, you can't jump in this situation, but think about your play calling now. Could easily change what you want to do and maybe make things a little bit easier.
The penalty gets them half the distance closer, but they'll still need to come up with something on third and goal. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Butker able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Now they'll toss it out right to Williams. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now Mahomes. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Calais Campbell with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now out come the Jags. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Hey.
Green 80. Green 80. Hey, spread left. Spread left.
In his own end zone, it's Bortles. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Set. Green 80.
Check 43. Check 13. Check 13.
Now Bortles will give to Yeldon, and he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Green 80. Green 80. Green 80.
Bortles. And that is incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Green 80. Green 80. Green 80.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 85 yards. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Well, Charles, fans around here, they were already talking Super Bowl. They've made plans. You just can't look past anybody in this league, especially this deep into the playoffs.
You would think that every year that message would sink in, and it feels like every year we see something like this, especially the way they're handling them. All right? You didn't expect this part to happen, but when you're playing this deep in the playoffs, every team's dangerous.
From the gun, it's Bortles. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points, and you just saw the touchdown go the other way, so it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming, and I sense that everyone in the stadium knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
Green 39.
They run it here. Where? Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. And
the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Bortles. Powering his way forward. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. They give him a gain of 38. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Omaha. Set. Green 80. 11B. Green set.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. And that'll bring up 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Lucy.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Bortles. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Bortles to throw once more. Yeah, he's got it. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
He'll get it up the middle, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Corey Grant taking it in. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
So now Bortles will bring the Jags up to go for 2.
Hey. Four down.
Green 80.
To throw is Bortles. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
On the ground, this is Williams. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Mahomes now to throw. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fielded just inside the 20. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So right, so right. Green 80. Green 80.
Here's Bortles to throw. Open man right side is Shark. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Bortles. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Bortles now on first down. Flushed out right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. That's Cole. And he's got this down to the 35. Bortles to Cole for the Jacksonville first.
39, Lucy. 39, Lucy. 11.
Bortles now on first down. Caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this. Bortles going to come up here on 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Lucy.
Into the red zone. It's Bortles. Going for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Again, it's Bortles. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. In for the score. And the Jaguars get a score closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And now here comes Kansas City. Getting down to the end here, they have a 2-score lead. Barely, but it's a 2-score lead, so that probably makes you as a coach feel a lot more comfortable right now, doesn't it, Charles?
It does, but it doesn't mean now you go out and run option or some kind of a wild double reverse or anything like that. But you do know that if anything does go haywire, you're still in control of this game.
I want a double reverse, don't you?
I'm just waiting for that day where we actually see something like that in this situation.
We'll see what happens here. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And they will take a knee here. And all that hard work has paid off. They're AFC champions, and on to the Super Bowl they go.
It's got to be an amazing feeling for them, doesn't it, Brandon? The idea that you've done it all that hard work, all that sweating, all that effort, all those times you're getting yelled at by your coach, and now you get to go to the Super Bowl. Put your hats on, guys, and say AFC champs.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.